I feel like this is probably gonna happen like at least once a week, but today I have some freelance stuff to do, some social content stuff to make, so it's not gonna be necessarily the most exciting vlog, but I'm trying to figure out how to vlog these kinds of days, because I'm still trying to vlog Monday through Friday. I think that's a good schedule for me. Having the weekends off is big. Okay, I am done with freelance stuff, done with social content stuff. Now I'm on a mission to go find the largest Christmas lights I've ever seen in my life at Home Depot. So since I've been asked 8,000,001 times, I'm going to tell you how I got to the MLB as a content creator. But for those of you who know me, and for those of you who have watched any of my videos on here, you can probably get a little taste of how I made it there. But in this video, I guess I'll give you the whoa, I'm blown out. Holy cow. In this video, I'll give you the semi-longer version. Oh, I gotta put my ISO at auto. I hate auto ISO, but I just have to do it. Like, look at how dark I am. It has no idea what the heck it's doing. Anyways, so got to start about 22, 23 years ago now, when I started playing baseball. I was a super shy kid growing up, so my parents wanted me to do something extracurricular, whether it was sports or art, music, something like that. I had to do something extracurricular. So I picked baseball because I was like, I don't know, sure, baseball, why not? And I actually really hated it for the first 2 years because I was so shy, didn't like being with the kids and whatnot. I just wasn't into it. I wanted to be home and not interacting with people. Okay, bad news, they only had blue and yellow, and I want red and green, obviously. Like, blue and yellow, what? That's not Christmas. Anyways, gotta order online, whatever. Anyways, I ended up playing baseball, obviously, when I was young. I start to get good at it, so I start to enjoy it a little bit more. Sorry, I gotta get this beeping to turn off. So I start to enjoy it a little bit more. And then, yeah, I played all the way up until high school. This is so dark, man. Auto ISO, what are you doing? So yeah, I end up going to high school in Southern California, try out for the high school team. I make the high school team. And it's sort of like, oh, I'm pretty good at baseball. We'll see how things go. Maybe I'll get a scholarship. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? You know what I mean? We're just going to play. We're going to have fun, see how it goes, and then see if I can get a... What is going on today, man? Like, there were people, workers screaming at people inside Home Depot. People driving through here like it's Tokyo Drift. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyways, I ended up getting a scholarship offer from St. Mary's College during my junior season, I think, or the beginning of my senior season, one or the other, and was like crazy stoked. It was a great school, great scholarship, wasn't gonna pay for college, the whole thing. It's just amazing. So I was super, super pumped about that. So I go to St. Mary's and it's brutal, honestly. I had a tough time there. Clearly the coach wasn't a fan of me much. I got cut at the end of the year. I end up going to a junior college back home in Los Angeles, and I go there for a couple years, and I am going with the plan of like, okay, I'm just gonna go play at my junior college, play ball for my last couple of years, spend some time with friends, and that'll be it, it'll be over. But I end up pitching pretty well at my junior college, and in my second season, I get a call from the Fullerton head coach, like I talked about in the other video. Get a call from him, end up landing a scholarship at Fullerton, which was insane. Hold on, let me set this camera down. So I go play ball at Fullerton, sort of thinking the same thing. Okay, I'll spend a year here. It'll be great. I'll have fun, and it'll be amazing. I play ball at Cal State Fullerton, big D1 school. It'll be awesome. I end up pitching pretty well. I get an opportunity to start, and I do pretty well with my starting opportunity. We end up making a pretty good run at playoffs. We play in regionals, super regionals, and it was unbelievable. It was super fun. We had a really good team, and at the end of the year, I ended up getting drafted by the Mets, which was unbelievable. It was literally everything I had ever worked for. I get drafted by the Mets. As soon as we're done with the Super Regional, I fly out to Brooklyn to play for the Brooklyn Cyclones, which at the time was the high A team for the New York Mets. I spent a season there and honestly met some awesome dudes, made some really great friends, but I didn't love it much. It was sort of in a odd area in Brooklyn that I wasn't used to. City life was super busy and I wasn't really used to it, and just playing baseball every day, and I really just couldn't get acclimated to that new lifestyle. I end up playing pretty well. I make my way up the Mets organization for the next couple of years. I make it to AA with the Mets. And then I get picked up in the Rule 5 draft, which I won't really get into too much detail there because it's a super baseball nerd type thing. But I get picked up by the Seattle Mariners in the Rule 5 draft. They end up trading me to the Orioles. So I go to the Orioles for the next 2 seasons, but I spend those next 2 seasons on the injured list because I had hurt my shoulder. Now rewind back to 20 years when I was a kid. I had spent all of this time from my childhood through college being interested in cameras, taking pictures, learning the Adobe suite, getting creative, sort of doing all this stuff just as a hobby. So when I got hurt with the Orioles, that's when it kind of came to mind. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do after baseball? Because obviously this isn't gonna last. I knew I wanted to combine my creativity with my love for baseball. So that next year, 2024, was my first year not playing baseball. I spent that entire year, or that entire summer, I guess, shooting for the local Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, Lake Elsinore Storm, the Inland Empire 66ers. Through some of my connections with baseball, I was able to get a credential to shoot those minor league games for free. And in return, I was supplying them with some of the photos to use for MLB, MLB Pipeline, and all that. So I spent that entire summer of 2024 preparing to apply for a job in 2025. So I built up this huge portfolio of, well, not huge, but I built up this big, well, not that big. I built up this portfolio of photo and video from the summer I was shooting in the minor leagues. And then in the winter of 2024, so like November, December, I applied for the content creator role with MLB. I obviously end up getting the job with MLB, and here we are. So I know that's like a super different route than a lot of people take. But I think that the biggest takeaway, in my personal opinion, is that you just need to build a portfolio. If you want to shoot MLB, you need to go shoot baseball. If you want to shoot for the NFL, you need to go shoot football, hockey, go shoot hockey. You just need to build a portfolio. I think the portfolio is the most important thing, in my opinion. And networking is obviously great too, so you can get that portfolio that you make in front of the eyes of the right people. So that's how I personally did it. Everybody's route's different, but maybe you can take something away from how I got there. And if you have any more questions about that or how I got to the MLB as a content creator, feel free to comment below. Since I've spent like 90% of the day inside, I'm lacking on B-roll again, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So let's figure that out.